Great. Well, we're going to have some questions and want to see a little bit about your poster as well. But before we do that, we have a teamwork exercise for you to do. And so on the table, you'll see that there is a sheet of paper that will allow you to flip over a little bit, which will have your instructions. Obviously, we're going to be working with some marshmallows and pasta. So one thing that's not on that sheet that we'd like you also to take special care of is that the marshmallows don't work real well with the carpet. So if you can keep the marshmallows on the table, that would be very much appreciated. So, okay, whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and give you a sign to start. It's a 5-minute exercise, okay? Are you ready?
All right,
Here we go.
Begin.
Big marshmallow at your base.
Yes.
I think we should go. Do you think we should do a square base? Is that what
Yeah, do a square and then
Okay, so
do,
we'll go like that.
yeah.
Are we allowed to crack spaghetti?
If it doesn't say you can't in the instructions, then you're eligible to do whatever you want otherwise.
The other one?
Okay, where do you want to go on with that?
Oh, we need one more on the side.
Okay.
You might want to cross face it too.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Do you want to go straight up, but do like short section? It's not the whole section.
So you could use this. We'll hold this one up.
There's all the things that doesn't have.
And this one, I think good. Yeah, I'll hold this one up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's when you go like this.
Yeah, cross face it.
You want to cross it across like this?
So these are the same with the same side.
Yeah, same across here. Yeah, I'll come to the. Go across first. And then.
That's fine. Worry about that. It's just a clue for us on time.
Okay, now up and down, maybe.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, break them in half.
And you might want this at the top.
That might be
That might
too
be
big.
too big.
Yeah, it might be too much weight.
Yeah.
That's not gonna say.
Good job. Well, we're going to spend a little bit of time having you go over your poster too, and then we'll ask you some questions about things. But as some are going through the poster, if the others can maybe just remove the large marshmallows from the structure, and you can toss the rest of it, throw the rest of it away, and all the stuff on the table, you can do that. So you want to show us a little bit about the poster and go from there?
For our poster, we put it into 3 sections: our team, our robot, and our project. Our robot, we just put pictures of our robot, and when people stopped, we explained what each part was used for. Here we put fun facts about ourselves, things like I've built Legos almost all my life, which is what Levi put. Or my favorite sport is basketball. And then for core values, we went through and we looked at every one, and we tried to find 3 different ways we showed each one throughout the season, and I put them together into one sentence. So first we said we became a team by working together and trusting each other most of the time. If we got into an argument, we try to work it out to the best of our ability and try to just talk peacefully. And then we had the mentors help a little bit when we had trouble doing the color wheel, but we made sure that we were doing the work. We knew that our mentors don't have all the answers, so we learned together by asking each other about our problems, but not always taking what they said and copying it. We honored the spirit of friendly competition by supporting the other teams of Heritage Christian School and helping the other teams. We also had a scrimmage against Hope Christian School, who couldn't make it into any competitions because they didn't send their thing in time. But we discovered is more important than what we win. We discovered that working together to help each other out can accomplish more than working on our own. We share our experiences with Beaver Dam in the first grade class and show them how to tie their shoes. Many of them learned how to tie their shoes, and then when we showed them our robot, they thought it was really cool, and many of them were interested in doing that thing when they got to our age. We displayed gracious professionalism by working together and cooperation in everything that we do. Gracious professionalism is encouraging hard work to us, and we like to think of it as the golden rule, loving your neighbor as yourself. Your neighbor is anyone you come across with. So if somebody's frustrated or they don't understand something, you have to stop and explain it to them. Or if somebody's robot's not working, even if it's another team, you have to help them with it. If their battery dies, you can give them even an extra one that we're planning on giving to the other team because theirs is almost dead. And when we say good things and nice things, getting along with the opponent, having fun. And we had a lot of fun working together. We learned a lot about each other and how we work. Like at the beginning of the year, we didn't know a ton about each other. By the end, we learned so much about each other. And we worked together way better.
Great. It's outstanding. Good. All right.
Okay, so did you, when you were working on the projects, did you divide up into different roles within your team? Or how did you do that?
We first put things, like we figured out a project we all came up with an idea and then we voted. And then we looked into what we needed to get done on the project, and everybody took part of that to figure out what we had to do. Like emailing companies on how we could do our project, which was putting a talking device in a shoe. Emailing companies to see that was what 3 of us did. Another 3 put together the shoe, cut it open, recorded something on an iPod. And then the other 3 put together the poster board and our, what is it called? The project poster board.
Sure. You mentioned some example. You spent a little bit more time, so you say another team didn't have their robot in, so you decided to hold kind of like a separate scrimmage with them. What'd you do in getting that set up?
Last week, they hadn't gotten their thing done in time, so Michael Berkshaw's dad came to be our judge, and we did 3 matches each against each other, and so we had 3 teams there, because our school has 2 teams, one 2.0 and we're the 1.0. And the mentors set it up. So we had lunch there, and then we shared our project ideas. There was a how can we improve stringed instruments, and we put together a model that would light up the right keys and had a bow liner. So that was cool, and we learned from each other and we got to know other people.
Did anything ever go wrong? And how did you manage those situations? How did you deal with those?
We just try to work together and not get frustrated with each other. Just work together as a team.
Okay.
Testing.
Testing? What'd you have to test?
They call it programs and everything, and they work together.
When the color sensor was not working, we asked each other for ideas. We ended up putting a shield around it to block the reflected light, because with different lighting, the color changes.
Yeah.
Anyone give me an example of how you use core values outside of lately?
We email Skechers.
Excuse me?
Skechers is a shoe company. We email them and talk to them.
That's for your research for your project, right?
Mhm.
I'm talking about the values that you've learned here. How are you using them outside of?
If you take
This
gracious
team.
professionalism, and we think of it as loving your neighbor, you can do that anywhere. You can't treat somebody badly. You have to treat them like they're the same as you. You have to treat them like you would treat yourself.
And then we also learned that working together, we can accomplish way more, and that will help us later on in life to learn not to fight with each other about if somebody has the idea and we think it's bad, but to encourage that idea.
I think at the end of this year, you'll look back at it and say, you learned the most about.
Just each other. Because like each of us has different talents and abilities, and some of us are better at programming, some of us are better at building, some of us are better at different things altogether, like the project. And just seeing that in everybody, you can see how they learn. Like some of us are visual, some of us learn by hearing things. You can learn like what they like and what they're good at.
What's the most important thing that we should know about your team?
Christians, and we want to show that, and we need that.
Well, we need a couple minutes to finish up before the next team comes in. It was very nice to meet all of you. I hope you're having fun today. And a little bit more to go, but wish you luck the rest of the way and have a great time.
Thank you.
Thank you.